For dinner today we are having chicken Alfredo, a breadstick, and a side salad.
Carolina, I got it. You want to come down? Nah. You don't want to come down? It's not that big. It takes a lot.
Today we are having a one-pot meal with chicken, ham, rice, and some vegetables with a side salad. Tonight, yeah, it's broccoli. We are having beef and broccoli with some leftover rice. That's what's for dinner. Tonight we are having honey mustard chicken and potatoes, a one-pot meal. I put some of the sauce in a little ramekin for my husband to dip or drizzle, and some green beans. Is it yummy? So my son took a bite out of the biscuit. We have meatloaf, sauteed broccoli, a baked potato, and a biscuit. And that's what's for dinner. Dinner today are the Philly cheesesteak sliders. It looks burnt on camera, but it's not. Fries and a side with a pickle. What is that?
It's a pickle.
What is that? I feel like I'm talking to Josiah's.
He calls them fries.
Fries. And then this is the fry sauce I made, which is ketchup and mayonnaise, more ketchup than mayonnaise, and a lot of dill pickle juice, which makes the best fry sauce. I could just drink it.
Is that really what's been in there this whole time?
You didn't know that?
No.
And that's what's for dinner. This is just a quick view of the Alfredo sauce recipe to give you guys an idea as to what it took to make it. I will link it below, so if it looks like something you want to make, then you can do that. These are the breadsticks that I use all the time. They are the best. I get them from Walmart. I've made homemade breadsticks. I've had all kinds of breadsticks, and those truly are the best. This is the Jenny's Cuban style slow cooker. I don't have any footage of me making it because it was just simple. Oh, I guess I do have footage. Wow, it's been a while since I've YouTubed. I had it in the crock pot all day. My husband really loved this meal. He was quite impressed with it, actually. And he said that this is probably the second highest rated recipe from this week. These are the plantains that I was frying up, and I was making tostones, and my husband said that they were the best tostones he's ever had, and it was my first time making them, and I was really pleased with myself, quite proud of myself, actually. What I think made it the best was that I brined them in salt water. So I don't have was it called a tostonera? I don't remember what he said it was called. Basically, you fry the plantains, you cut up the plantains. You can cut them on a bias, which means kind of like a diagonal slant, but I just cut them like this. He said his mom cuts them like this, his dad cuts them on a bias, but I just cut them. Wow, this is a lot of footage of me frying. This is the salt water. It has a little bit of pepper in it because my son mixes my salt and pepper when he helps me. And I don't have a tostonera. I think that's what it's called. So I just use the bottom of a measuring cup and some saran wrap, and I smash them. And then I brined them for maybe 20 minutes. And you can over brine. They'll soak up a lot of salt, so they can be too salty if you let them go for too long. And you have to have the right ratio of salt and water. I'll put in the description below what I did. And I brined them for maybe 20 minutes. That's leftover rice that I just had from prior in the week. And Philly cheesesteak sliders. This was all right. I added a lot of seasoning to, I can hear my children screaming. I added a lot of seasoning to the meat, Worcestershire sauce, all kinds of stuff, because it was quite bland, if I'm honest. I used salt. I don't even think it tells you to salt it. Maybe it does. I don't recall. But I used some seasonings and some salt and made the beef taste better. This is the cheese after I broiled it. I basically just cut the Hawaiian rolls in half and laid that meat mixture on top, and I'm just air frying some fries. I love my air fryer. This is a meatloaf recipe. My husband likes it. He doesn't really like meatloaf. at all, but I like it because it's really easy to make. This one especially. He does not like meatloaf with a ketchup sweet sauce, so this is the one that I usually go to. I also cut my meatloaf into 4 different chunks because it just cooks faster, and I don't like having it in one loaf. And I used to set the meatloaf on a giant pan and had it raised on a rack. Oh, this is a spill, and I was showing you guys the awesome Amazon. I got them from Amazon. They're little liners, and I just trade them out when they get messy like that, and I don't have to clean my oven as often. Anyway, I served the meatloaf with some broccoli that I just sauteed with some garlic and squeezed lemon juice on top. That's the mess from the meatloaf. And like I said, I used to put the meatloaf on a raised rack, but I just figured that was, I feel like that was just way too many dishes to wash, and it really didn't help at all. So as long as I pull them out of that juice as soon as they come out of the oven, it's the same difference to me. This is just me frying up the broccoli. I really hope what I just said makes sense. I'm trying to rush because I can't slow down this voiceover reel. This is another recipe I'm showing you. They're all going to be linked because they're all from online. I don't have my cookbooks out. And this is the one that he rated highest. He was really, really impressed with this recipe, and it was incredibly easy. So that is what we had for dinner. On to the outtakes. So, do you call these tostones?
Yeah.
We have here, what do you call this? Does this look familiar to you in Puerto Rican or Dominican cuisine? Because this is a Cuban recipe.
Yeah, but not with all the vegetables.
Well, this is usually ground up into sofrito.
Yeah, like how it's on the chicken, I've never seen that before.
Oh, well.
The Cubans, they got a whole different style from us.
Does it smell like something you're... What does it smell like?
Mom used to make pollo guisado all the time.
What do you call it?
Pollo guisado.
Okay, so... Pollo...
Guisado. Well, it's guisado. But Dominicans
pollo guisado.
Don't be pronouncing shit. Guisado.
You can't say S-H-A-T.
Oh, and stuff.
And tostones and rice. I would have put a lime, but we don't have lime. All I have is lemon, and that is what is for dinner. I think I'm gonna make an olive oil lemon juice garlic dip for this. And that's what's for dinner.